8 time travel stories that changed Star Trek forever. Few storytelling devices have been as central to Star Trek as time travel. From the very beginning, the franchise has used temporal paradoxes, alternate timelines, and historical adventures to test its characters, expand its mythology, and comment on humanity's future. Time travel isn't just a recurring gimmick. It's one of the most powerful tools the franchise has to explore its deepest questions about destiny, morality, and the ripple effects of choice. Across more than half a century, some Star Trek time travel tales have become cornerstones of the saga, shaping not only the shows themselves but the direction of the entire franchise. Here are 8 time travel stories that truly changed Star Trek forever. 1. The City on the Edge of Forever, the original series, 1967. No list could begin without this legendary episode. When Dr. McCoy alters history through the Guardian of Forever, Captain Kirk and Spock are forced to chase him back to 1930s New York. There, Kirk falls in love with Edith Keeler, a social worker whose survival would prevent the Allies from winning World War II. The heartbreaking choice Kirk makes, to let Edith die, cemented the idea that time travel in Star Trek is not about fixing everything, but about facing moral impossibilities. It was the first great tragedy of the franchise and proved that science fiction could tell deeply human stories. Without City, the template for future time travel episodes might have looked very different. 2. Star Trek IV, The Voyage Home, 1986. Affectionately known as The One with the Whales, this film showed that time travel could be both hilarious and socially conscious. The crew of the Enterprise travels to 20th century San Francisco to save humpback whales, whose extinction in the past threatens the Federation's survival in the future. Not only was the movie a massive box office success, it also broadened the audience for Star Trek. By leaning into humor and relatable, present-day settings, The Voyage Home proved that time travel could be a bridge between the far future of Starfleet and the world of its fans. 3. Yesterday's Enterprise, The Next Generation, 1990. When the Enterprise C emerges from a temporal rift, the timeline shifts into a grim alternate reality where the Federation is at war with the Klingons. Tasha Yar, long dead in the real timeline, is alive again, but only because history was distorted. This episode not only gave Denise Crosby a chance to return but also deepened the mythology of the Federation-Klingon alliance. It demonstrated how fragile peace was and made clear that time travel could alter galactic history in massive ways. Yesterday's Enterprise remains one of TNG's most celebrated hours for good reason. 4. Star Trek First Contact, 1996. The second Next Generation movie saw the Borg attempting to prevent humanity's first warp flight in 2063, a moment that attracted the attention of the Vulcans and kick-started the Federation. Picard and his crew follow them back, protecting Zefram Cochrane's historic mission while battling the Borg Queen. This film was a turning point. Not only was it a thrilling blockbuster, but it also cemented First Contact Day as one of the franchise's most important dates. The film solidified TNG's cinematic legacy while proving time travel could be the foundation of a large-scale event story. 5. Past Tense, Deep Space Nine, 1995. In this 2-part episode, Sisko, Bashir, and Dax are stranded in 2024 San Francisco, where social unrest and economic inequality have led to homeless sanctuary districts. Sisko is forced to assume the role of a historical figure whose actions spark change in the treatment of marginalized people. Past Tense is chillingly relevant even decades after its release. It used time travel not for spectacle, but to hold up a mirror to contemporary society. DS9 often explored darker territory, and this story showed that Star Trek could use temporal displacement as sharp social commentary, not just sci-fi adventure. 6. Future's End, Voyager, 1996. When Voyager is thrown back to 1996 Los Angeles, the crew discovers a tech magnate who has exploited 29th century technology to reshape the 20th century. The story's mix of campy culture clashes Tuvok and Paris in sunglasses and serious consequences protecting the timeline show that Voyager could balance humor and gravity much like the Voyage Home. Importantly, it also introduced the 29th century Starfleet, the first glimpse of how far the Federation's reach could extend through time. This set the stage for Voyager's recurring exploration of the temporal prime directive. 7. Relativity, Voyager, 1999. Few episodes embody the chaos of time travel like this one. Seven of Nine is recruited by the 29th Century Federation timeship Relativity to stop a temporal bomb aboard Voyager. Along the way, she meets multiple versions of her crewmates, and herself,